Hey, what's up everybody? This is Johnny John. Thanks for watching my channel. Today I got some cool toys again, so let's check it out. So, in front of me are Reson, Vikan, and Spilus from 機動刑事ジバン. The mobile sheriff Jiban. Cool, huh? The mobile sheriff Jiban is a Japanese tokusatsu TV series. It was the 8th sequel of the Metal Hero series franchise, which was on air in 1989. The Metal Hero series is a meta series of tokusatsu superhero TV series, which are produced by Toei. And the main characters are mainly space, military, police-based characters who are typically either androids, cyborgs, or human beings who wear a metallic armored suits. First series was Space Sheriff Gavan, which was on air in 1982. In the first 3 series are Space Sheriff Gavin, Sharivan, and Shider, which were on air in 1982, 3, and 4. All of them are Space Sheriff. But after the 4th sequel, Mega Beast Investigator Jaspion, in 1985, it moved on to a new names every single year. So this is 機動刑事 Jiban, the mobile cop Jiban. A lot of American people would be reminded of Robocop. Yes, there are a lot of sayings. Yes, the premise for this Jiban series combines elements from the American film Robocop, which was on air on 1987. Since the Jiban's plot is like this one particular police officer called Naoto Tamura. While doing an investigation, he bumps into a scene where a grandpa and a little girl getting attacked by a weird-looking creature called Bionoid. The police officer tried to protect those two, but instead got killed by the creature. And this grandpa person turns out to be a scientist called Dr. Igarashi, where he was secretly researching a project called Jiban Project. The project was to develop an anti-bionoid weapon. Since Dr. Igarashi wanted to revive the police officer who saved their lives, so Dr. Igarashi, before he dies, he does a surgery to Naoto Tamura, the police officer, and revives him into Jiban, which is basically a cyborg. Sounds familiar, right? In Robocop, the police officer Alex Murphy gets murdered by a gang, but gets revived by the mega corporation as a cyborg law enforcer Robocop. Whoops. But there's also a saying that Robocop actually got his idea from Space Sheriff Gavan. If you compare the two helmets and the visor, you can kindly see the similarity, and you could say that it was heavily influenced. Haha. Gava will be considered as an ancestor of Jiban. Oh, in a sense, it's a reverse import, right? Well, let's say it's a homage, showing respect to Robocop, okay? The very difference with Robocop and Jiban is that Jiban, after getting the operation, he can be in the human form or the Jiban form. So this is a very complicated situation where in the human form, Naoto Tamura, he is a normal detective. But when he is in the Jiban form, his rank is Keisei, which in English it's called Assistant Commissioner. So I've done a little research. I'm not familiar with police law enforcers' rankings, okay? So please correct me if I'm wrong. So when this Jiban says his name, he says 警視庁秘密捜査官警視正機動刑事 Jiban. His rank is 警視正. this is Keisei. It says number 4. So Keisho is the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. In the very top in the pyramid, it's Keisokan. And then below is Keishikan. Next is Keishicho. And then below is Keisei. So in a sense, Jiban is the 4th ranking police officer. And I looked it up in the internet. So in New York PD, the top of the pyramid is police commissioner. The second, first deputy commissioner. Third, chief of department. And the 4th, deputy commissioner. So maybe this Keisei will be equivalent to deputy commissioner. Maybe. And people in London will be metropolitan police. And the top is the commissioner. Next is deputy commissioner. And then the third is the assistant commissioner. And the 4th, chief superintendent. But when I looked it up, the English transformation for Keisei was actually assistant commissioner. So, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But I will show respect to all the police officers. Salute. So back to the toys. Jiban has 3 mechas basically. The police car, which is called Reson. The motorcycle, which is called the Vikon. And a helicopter, which is called the Spilus. So let's take a look at each one of them. So stay tuned. Before I start the review of the 3 mechas, I want to show you this one. This is the police ID for Jiban when he's transformed. Okay? And you know how every police officer needs to show their ID or badge to show that they're police officers and state their names, right? So for Jiban, same story. He says, 警視庁秘密捜査官ケイセ機動刑事ジバン Okay? So he says his rank first and then his name, Jiban. And in his ID, you can flip this open right here. When you pull this thing, it will open up like that. And this is a mechanical instrument where he presses these buttons. It will link to the mechas and gives instructions. He uses this when to launch the vehicles from a long distance. So it says, Sheriff Jiban. Cool, huh? He's supposed to be in the robot police department. Nice. Typical 1980s IC chip, right? So this thing is spring-loaded, so if you press this button, it'll push in, and then you close the door. Nice. So this is the police ID. Stay tuned. Let's take a look at the box first. It says, Kido Machine Series, number 1, a double KO1, Super Police Machine, Reson. Jiban フィギュア付き。ボンネットのイルミネーションが点滅発光。はは。I like the background design of this urban city, kinda. It looks like Tokyo, 1980s Tokyo. And the toy looks fantastic. And you flip to the back. It says that it's gonna light up here. And this is Vikon, the motorcycle. And Spylas, the helicopter. Cool. Stay tuned. So let's move on to the car. Reson. It is a supercar with some nice wheels. And it has the license plate of Jiban. Nice. Cool looking car. And it has some electrical devices here. And if you're familiar with supercars, I heard that this is a remodel of Pontiac Firebird. Correct me if I'm wrong. This reminded me of the KITT from the Knight Rider. And I think the Knight Rider is also a 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. So it heavily reminds me of Knight Rider. Cool, huh? And you can actually open the door here. Like that. And you see the steering wheel. And nice buttons here. And you can actually make him ride. So Jiban can ride in. Like that. Cool, huh? And then close the door. And if you take a closer look, it seems that it has electrical devices here. So, let's try it on. Okay, if you go to the back, there's a switch here. So, check it out. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. So if I turn off the light, it's going to look like this. Very cool. Stay tuned. I really like it. The lights work really cool. So, that is Reson. Stay tuned. Well, next is Vikon, the bike. This motorcycle, unfortunately, is not in a great condition. It's supposed to have antennas, but let's forget about the details. And this figure, this Jiban, can actually ride on the bike. So, let's do so. Okay. Let's ride on. Like that. Cool looking, huh? And the cool part about this toy is that it actually has this missile pod here. And I'm missing the pieces. But if you have the missile, it can shoot the missiles. But the simple design, just purely black and a little yellow lines here, really cool. He's a super police officer, right? Oof. Really cool. So, that is Vikon. So stay tuned. Last is the Spilus. Spilus is supposed to be a helicopter type aircraft. Well, unfortunately, I'm missing a door here, so it looks a little stupid, but he's supposed to have a door here. And with his landing gears, when to take off, he put his landing gears in. And then he extends the wing like that. and then it becomes a aircraft. Like that. Woof. Very simple. And when he opens the wings, I like the design here. Cool looking helicopter. Nice. And sometimes the villains try to shoot a missile. So he gets into the Spilus and then shoots down the missiles from the air. Nice. So that is Spilus. Stay tuned. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching my channel. If you like this video, please press the button like. Any of any comments or recommendations, please post it below on the comment section. So until the next video, see you next time. Johnny John. Thanks for watching.